Good evening. This is DRM News with a major story unfolding in the nation's capital. Just one day after President Donald Trump's historic announcement, National Guard troops are now streaming into Washington, D.C. as part of an unprecedented federal takeover of the city's police force. The move, which Trump calls Liberation Day, aims to crack down on what he claims is rampant crime. But not everyone agrees with his narrative. Let's dive into what's happening on the ground. This morning, images captured outside the DC Armory showed National Guard members mobilizing, with roughly 800 troops activated to patrol the city streets. About 100 to 200 of these guardsmen are hitting the ground at any given time, supporting law enforcement with logistics, administrative tasks, and a visible presence to deter crime, according to the Defense Department. By nightfall yesterday, multi-agency task forces, including FBI agents, US Marshals, and even DEA officers, were already patrolling areas like Benning Road and the National Mall, with reports of 37 arrests and 11 illegal firearms seized in just one night, as posted by the White House on X. President Trump, flanked by Attorney General Pam Bondi and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, announced the deployment on August 11th, invoking Section 740 of the D.C. Home Rule Act to place the Metropolitan Police Department, MPD, under federal control for 30 days. "We're taking our capital back," Trump declared, painting a grim picture of D.C. as a city overrun by violent gangs, bloodthirsty criminals, and drugged-out maniacs. He cited the recent assault of Edward Corristine, a 19-year-old former staffer for the Department of Government Efficiency, during an attempted carjacking on August 3rd, as a catalyst for this drastic action. But here's where it gets contentious. Mayor Muriel Bowser and city leaders are pushing back hard, calling the move unsettling and unprecedented. They point to data from the Metropolitan Police Department showing violent crime in D.C. has plummeted, down 35% in 2024 compared to 2023, hitting a 30-year low. Homicides are down 32%, robberies 39%, and armed carjackings 53%, according to the Justice Department's January report. DC Attorney General Brian Schwalbe took to X, calling the takeover unnecessary and unlawful, and vowing to challenge it. "There is no crime emergency in the District of Columbia," he wrote. Critics, including Senator Dick Durbin, are slamming the move as political theatre, accusing Trump of exaggerating crime stats to justify a power grab. Posts on X reflect mixed sentiments. Some, like @White-House, praise the crackdown, touting early arrests, while others, like @DC4Democracy, call it an affront to justice and a threat to DC's home rule. The timing is raising eyebrows too, coming just days before Trump's meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska, prompting speculation about political motives. On the streets, residents are seeing an unusual sight. National Guard troops alongside federal agents from agencies like ICE and ATF, patrolling neighborhoods from Navy Yard to the Mall. Mayor Bowser, while acknowledging the legality of the Home Rule Act, insists Police Chief Pamela Smith remains in charge of MPD's 3,100 officers. The DC Police Union has cautiously supported the temporary takeover, but city leaders are urging calm to avoid an extension beyond 30 days, which would require congressional approval. What's next? Trump has hinted at similar moves in cities like New York and Chicago, calling DC a test case. For now, Washingtonians are bracing for weeks of heightened federal presence, with National Guard troops expected to be a fixture through September 25th. Will this bold move restore safety or escalate tensions? DRM News will keep you updated as this story develops.